1984, I know it's hard to remember. All 1980 members. That's why you have to go and collect them all. Tell your parents they can buy them at the mall. Now! When's that new series of 1984s coming out? Right now! Go! Go! Go!
Hello and welcome to Speeding Bullets Repackaged. I am Richie. I remembered what show we're recording.
Well, I mean, good. There's only like 3 others, and we only record regularly one of the other ones. So it's really just a struggle between, is this reloaded or is this repackaged? Hey, everybody, it's Tupper. What's going on? Tupper with a tiny mic. Because I sound better?
Tiny Tupper. I gotta find another T word for mic. I'll think of something.
Yeah, no, you won't, because there is no other. That's just not a thing that happens. Welcome to Repackaged, the toy show with Pep. It's good to be here. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell. Get that ding. You know how much we like playing the ding sound.
It's true.
Ding, 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 ding. I don't hear Richie playing the ding sound, so I can only assume he's like just pounding it. The button for the dinging, not anything else. Wow, this is already. This episode is off the fucking rails already.
Okay, that's enough dinging.
Yes, our audience agrees.
Right. Just before we get into the meat of stuff, I wanted to get into something that makes Tupper angry, and that is an update on the Harley Quinn and what it's at. It is currently 76.66% funded, 20 days to go, 191,650 USD dollars raised out of their $250,000 goal. I have yet to make a pre-order.
That's gonna be the next question I ask. Like, Richie, did you contribute yet? As we discussed on our last episode, I told Richie if he did, I would not be upset. I encouraged him to do so. However, it's one of those weird.
There's 20 days of temptation left.
It's so weird because, like, I hate this thing and I want it to fail, but also I don't. Like, it's very weird. This is one of those gray areas where my brain is like, fuck Mcfarlane and fuck them for doing this, but also I kind of hope they fund it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Bastards. Anyway.
They are a bunch of bastards.
I thought that would be a fun way to start things off before we get into...
Well, it's because you're also a bastard, Richie.
It's true. Yes. Coming soon.
Oh, it's the coming soon song. It's jazzy, it's funky, it's fresh, it's in your earballs. That's what matters the most.
Yeah. So I think there is a little bit of repeat, but just I got some better pictures, so I thought, why not include them? But there is some new stuff in there as well. First off, being this glow-in-the-dark Bane, which from my understanding is a repainted in the animated series style colors Bane that has been released before.
That is correct.
So
yeah, this is a re-release. It might even have been a build-a-figure that they put in a package. It's one, again, I love to give shit to Mcfarlane. This is one of the things that I like, even though it sometimes, I think, frustrates collectors to put build-a-figures together and then release them in a specific packaging on their own. I think it's a great way to get those build-a-figures without paying for it. The downside, of course, is you never know what they're going to release, so you can't hold off and wait.
Yeah.
It's just a random occurrence, but again, I'm not super upset about it. And this does look nice.
It does look nice, and I bet you that it does look good, glowing in the dark. And I've seen I don't have. It's funny, the fixtures I have here don't have any actual glowing in the dark, but I have seen some pictures, and it looks pretty cool. And it's not the whole figure; it's like the tubes and some of the mask and stuff like that. So it's...
Now, will you get this? Are you going to get this?
I'm not pre-ordering it, but I think it's something that I'll be like, if I see it on the shelf and it's discounted even a little bit, I'll probably grab it.
Yeah, it is nice. It's big and bulky. It's a heavy figure, so I figured it would be good for your collection. Yeah. And you do have numerous Batman characters, so...
That's true.
Yeah,
he is
interesting.
a good Batman villain, yeah. Just some better pictures of the Batgirl that is coming, or a better picture because I have one just in the packaging. It's the DC digital line, they call it. I don't know why they call it digital. You get some code
It
with
fuck
it.
you up. They do it to fuck you up because remember when you didn't know and you missed out on a whole bunch of stuff and
That's
you
true.
were
I was
because of the
mad.
name on the EB game
Yeah, you
site
had to
back when it was
search
GameStop.
you had to search DC Direct, or you still have to search DC Direct to find the DC digital stuff, which I've never used any of the codes. I don't know anybody that does. I mean, there's people I see in the groups. It's like, give me the codes, but I don't know really what the codes do, other than give you like a
Mhm.
picture or something. Um, Another
Shrug.
better look at the Dark Flash. It's funny because I just got a Dark Flash recently, an older one, and
Mhm.
I do want this one as well. The yellow highlights on it are better. They're a little bit more vibrant, so it pops a bit better. Plus, you have two different heads that are like different, like contorted faces of the Dark Flash. You don't get any Speed Force effects. That's the trade-off. However, you could probably totally use one of those heads on the other older one anyway as well. So
Oh, maybe not.
yeah, it's true. I might be another Arrow situation.
I would like to add at this particular juncture, if you have a line of figures and you put out like a different version of the same figure, please make sure the ball joints that connect to the removable heads are the same ball joint. Because I know they did this with G.I. Joe Classified. They went out there and they did some changes, and now the ball joints are, I think, smaller than the older heads, and they don't fit. And that's again a thing that collectors like us want to do is sometimes we want to take the older head and put it on the newer body. I wanted to do that with Firefly. Could I do that? No,
No.
because the older head is loose on the newer body, and the older head or the newer head doesn't fit on the older body. So what are you doing? What are you doing to us, guys?
Yeah,
Like, why
screw
do you
you
hate
nippers.
us? You claim to love us, and I think sometimes you do, but I don't know. I haven't had a switch out for heads for Mcfarlane, so I actually don't know how it works on them. Might work fine,
Yeah,
but all I'm saying is just keep the connector to the head and the heads the same,
yep.
so that we can switch the heads.
I agree. It's true. Always think ahead.
Oh, I like that. That is your statement of the week, Richie. It's very
Yes.
clever.
Now,
Good job.
this I will 1000% be getting, and that is the Emerald Twilight Hal Jordan that we have some pictures of. It's another one of those comic book cover recreation things, which I'm kind of loving. I've picked up the Killing Joke one. I've gotten the Kingdom Come one. I really like the shading on it. It looks really, really cool. And I hope that looks that cool, like in like in hand as well. But you know, it comes with the cover backdrop as well. The one thing I will have to say is those two fucking green bulb construct things. Stop putting them in Green Lantern figures. I have like 10 of them now, and they're the worst accessory for Green Lanterns. Fuck you, McFarlane.
I love this idea. This is again stuff that I think sells really well, and this is my opportunity to remind everybody that in my comic book series, I actually do an homage of that exact image from the Green Lantern comics in a very fun way, and only comic book readers will get it, and it's ironic because my comic book series is really not a comic book series for fans of comic books. It's more for fans of pop culture. But I didn't care. I did it anyway, and I'm super happy about it, and I made it very accurate. So that's what I think of whenever I see Al Jordan with all his fucking rings.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Next up, a figure that I'm really liking, the more I see of it, is this Guardian figure. He's a more obscure character, kind of from the world
Yes,
of
he is.
Superman. Apparently, I just have the same picture twice in a row with it just a little bit more zoomed in. But when you look at the picture here, he looks really cool. He's really clean cut. The colors are nice. I'm 100% going to be getting this figure. I do love the Guardian. He's kind of like an integral part to the whole clone stuff with Superman and the death and return of Superman. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you 100%. This is one of those things, one of those figures that comes along that it's just very clean. It's very nice. And if you are even a passing fan, you're like, I'm going to get this. And there's not a lot of shielded characters with DC. So, yeah, I'm into it. Not for me, for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a must get for you, for sure.
Speaking of a must get, we have this Jokerized Superman that looks pretty freaking cool. Especially when you look at the Jokerized face that you have here. So,
This is a This has come out before.
Oh, has it?
Richie just wasn't collecting at the time. This is a 3 or 4 year old figure.
Right.
So if you missed it the first time around, you can get it now. Yeah. And I'm guessing Richie's gonna get it. You're gonna get this.
Hell yeah. It'll look really good next to the Jokerized Robin that I have. Plus, it's Superman. I love the Kryptonite chains. I could care less
that
about
is new.
The cards.
No one cares about the cards.
But the stand I like as well because it's a bit different. Excuse me there. I was kind of trying to fight a burp.
That's right. We've reached the point of the podcast. It doesn't happen every podcast where Richie forces his conversation through a burp.
I call
John
it my
Mulaney has a whole
Rick Sanchez moment.
John Mulaney has a whole routine about this. It's a part of aging. So there you go. I've also done it, just not as much as Richie. But it happens. We're old.
I'm unapologetic about doing it. Just saying.
it's just funny because, like, again, that Mulaney routine is just like, well, you're just forcing burps through conversations instead of stopping to do it. It's like, what I meant to say is just stop and burp.
No, damn
it's so hard when you have ADHD because you're like, if I don't get these words out now, they're never going to come out. I'm going to forget it. I'm going to stand here like a moron. Welcome to aging, folks. This is things that they don't always talk about when they have these old guys doing toy review podcasts, and there's a ton of them like this one, and we're all
one
in.
Of the extra things we do for you in our podcast.
That's right. We love to remind you how old and broken we are every day.
And that's the royal we, which includes you.
Of course I'm including me. I woke up today with a leg pain that I don't know where it came from, but there it is, and it's gone now. So,
yeah.
Welcome to being in your mid-40s. Oh, God, my leg is... And then that hour goes by, it's like, what happened? It's fine. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not dying. Well, there you go.
I just stretch my leg, and everything from my knee down to my toes cracks. Anyways, Man-Bat, animated series Man-Bat, looks pretty cool. Pretty big wingspan. I haven't gotten any of the animated series figures. I do think they look really cool. I don't know. I got to draw the line somewhere, and I think the animated series figures is that line. But if you are a fan of the animated series, this is definitely a figure for you.
Yeah, it's nice. I have nothing to add to Richie. I agree with everything he just said.
Showed you some pictures of Red Tornado before. These are just some better pictures than we had before. So not much to add than we have already said last week about these, other than I'm getting it.
Agreed. Agreed. I have nothing to add to this. It's Red Tornado. There it is. They are nicer photos, and I'm glad we're showing them.
Yes. So I like, if we have better things, better pictures, I'm going to bring them up.
We do this almost every week, folks. We have to put up stuff. And also, sometimes it's fun because we think of new things to say when those new photos go up. So, deal with it.
Now we've got some more of the Mortal Kombat Krrap line. Classic line, and that's crap with a K, just like classic. But you got Reptile and Raiden, and they both look crap.
Okay, they're not terrible. They're not terrible, but by on the reasons that we've outlaid in previous episodes alone, again, I can't support this line. I'm not into it. Fuck them.
Plus, I've seen pictures, and they come with fucking flight stands. They don't need fucking flight stands.
Richie's really just upset about the flight stands alone. I will say this about that we'll probably show photos in a future episode, but I did see photos of blood on some of the characters, so I don't think they're doing gore effects, but they are doing blood effects, and tiny infantile step in the right direction, Mcfarlane. But again,
blood has its own flight stand.
Oh, you just will not let it go, will you? You can get the flight stand separate now, Richie.
I know. I pre-ordered some. We have no idea when they come in, but
target date Q4 2026.
Anyways, yes. So that was just a quick little other Mcfarlane stuff that I found before. Now we're moving into some GI Joe stuff. I really need to start including some GI Joe effects. So I keep saying that. I'm gonna remind myself that every episode. So when I'm editing it, it reminds me to do it. Probably.
You mean like a Yo Joe or Cobra?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This year's
what are you doing? What are you doing with your time?
Lifeline.
Lifeline, yeah, Lifeline. Sure. Hey, you know what? This is again a figure that has a really distinct color palette. The red and the white really stands out. It was never a favorite of mine as a kid, but it's really striking. Yeah, so if I saw this at a good price, I would.
It does really pop. It is really strong. It does stand out, and I think it would stand out among your figures. And as we may have learned, no, not yet, because we haven't done it yet. Crimson, I like Crimson stuff in GI Joe, so you'll learn that later. Because I'm forgetting what we have and haven't recorded yet. But there's Crimson stuff coming later.
Yeah, there.
Lifeline.
Sure.
Good job. One I actually found. Tupper did not find this picture. This Dark Energon mole rat.
I did find it. I did. How dare you?
I put it in the folder.
You did put it in the folder, but I did find it, and I do have it on my phone. So I just didn't put it in the folder, but I do have it on my phone. So there, take that, Richie. I was on it. I just didn't edit it or send it or include it, but I downloaded it, which is literally the least I could have done. You know what? They had a version of this tunnel rat monster figure from earlier that it was barely released anywhere. This is, I guess, version 2 that includes the old head plus a new head.
Is this like a Transformers crossover?
You know what? It's best to not ask too many questions, Richie. The figures are not in the same scale at all. There is no other connection to the Energon universe. I don't know what this is. I don't know why it exists, but it's kind of cool. So I would get it. Mm-hmm. End of sentence.
If I saw it on sale, I'd probably get it. But it's not a... Yeah. And I believe this one is a New York City Comic-Con exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
Moving along.
This next one's a must-get from Tupper.
Night Viper, right?
Night Viper. Yeah, baby. We were all waiting for this one. I love the design of this. It's super sleek. It's super interesting. The design is really nice. Nice upgrade from the existing Night Creeper figure, or the Night Viper figure. So many nights in the G.I. Joe line. I love this. This is a must get for me. Again, if it's a Viper, I'm getting it. I love all the Vipers. Yeah. 100% big into it.
I gotta say, the Cobra generic characters are really good in the classified line. So
Yeah. Yeah, again, I was always a bigger fan of the villains from the GI Joe characters, so I'm always looking for the villain characters as they're
Yeah.
going through the line
Yeah.
and they're putting updates in. And
Now I say generic
honestly, there's been
because
very
like Cobra Viper, like you see like many of them in a shot, whereas like um when it comes to like when I think of Joes, I say they look very generic, and that's just because they look just like army dudes, like.
yeah. Well, which is true, but again, that's always why I was more intrigued. The bad guys are always more interesting visually than the good guys. I'm happy they're putting the good guys out there. There's lots to put out, but it's those deeper Vipers that it's starting to be interesting to see what they're doing with them and the updates and the upgrades they're doing with them. And you know what? Based on it's a very simple figure, the Night Viper, but I like it. I'm into it. And he's gonna have that long like scope on his face,
Okay.
so that it's hard to tell in just that render, but like if you turn to the side, he's gonna have this scope that sticks out like this far from his head.
I didn't know
It's gonna look really cool, man. Nice. It's gonna look really cool. We'll when they release the production shots in probably a couple of weeks. We'll put them up here, but it's gonna be a cool figure, folks. Like you heard it here first.
No Marvel Legends, but we do have some Mondo Daredevil picks to go through. This very comic shaded Daredevil. I think it looks really cool. Again, these are toys. These are like the 12-inch ones as well, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Those are the big boys. Yeah, Mondo is putting out some 7-inchers, but I think that's only in the Masters of the Universe line, and we will talk about that down the road when we have better photos from them. But this looks great. Yeah. It's an expensive toy, but you get a lot of shit. So
it's one of those big ones, and I don't know if this photo with Spider-Man was done because they already have a Spider-Man one, or if they're teasing a new Spider-Man figure, but.
That is a great question to which I have zero answers for.
And again, I think this is being teased for New York City Comic Con as well. So maybe
happening next week.
After that, maybe we will have some more news on that for you. But
actually, I'm saying next week. This will come out on Monday. It will be happening the weekend after this comes out.
Yes.
Before this comes out. So New York Comic Con will have happened by the time this episode comes out. And if you're listening to this, watching this, and you've been to New York Comic Con, I hope you had fun. And also, fuck you, because I want to always go to that. It was the best convention I ever went to. It was the best time ever. And I want to go back there, and I will mortgage my life. And I don't want to say murder, but I will maim several people to get back there. That's all I'm saying.
I might know.
Live on the internet. Just one? That's a shock.
Keeping with Mondo, but not Marvel. We got some real Ghostbuster stuff. I always like the Ghostbuster stuff. They look cool. Not stuff that I'm gonna buy, but I was always a fan of the cartoon, so I figured, why not show them here?
I figure these ones are in a smaller scale. They're more on the 6 to 7 inch line, just because of the sizing. That's got to make sense to me. But you just get so much stuff. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Look at all the shit that you were getting with that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is a lot. And now this is
crazy expensive too, guys. Yeah, crazy expensive.
This one, I think it's like Train Track Shredder. I think that's what it's called, but I'm calling it Choo Choo Shredder. Just because he's some like conductor themed version of Shredder. I like the NECA Turtle stuff. I like always showing the outrageous alternate stuff that they bring out.
Weird.
I've bought some of it.
Yes, you have, and you will buy more of it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I also, again, I love your commitment of like, this hits me the right way, and it's so bizarre, but that's what toy collecting is, guys. Like, that's exactly what it is you see something, you're like, I have to put this on my shelf. It doesn't matter. I have to put it on my shelf. Like, it's so weird. This is so weird. The conductor shredder is so weird. They have a Bebop and Rocksteady that I think are also dressed in ladies, like a grandma outfit with one of them as a baby, and that's a set that's coming out. And I think there's photos of it now. I'm surprised we don't have them here, but we will get them for free.
I think I've seen those, but that is also, I think, from an episode where they were disguised like that. So,
Yeah,
Whereas,
so is Train Traction, so is Choo Choo Shredder. It's just like hilarious that they're like, we have literally 150 episodes of a TV series, then we
yeah.
can make all of the figures based on them. So go off, Queens.
Now, next ones are NECA Walmart exclusives, and I'll be interested to know if they're
Walmart.
US Walmart exclusives or not. But looking really cool, and that's like the '80s TMNT movie, Turtles.
90s, Richie.
Yeah, or
1990
'90s.
is
Sorry, '90s.
1990 is when the first Turtles movie came out.
That's right.
1990.
So you got Michelangelo there, and Leonardo. They've each got some great accessories, and then Raphael. He comes with a trench coat as well for his disguise and a hat, and Donatello's
Just like in the movie.
got a bunch of accessories there as well. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for these because these are things that I might have to get.
I was gonna ask because I know some people, there's some toy collectors I follow who have the 12-inch versions. I think these are going to be 6-inch versions, 7-inch versions. So very interesting. I'm very curious, and I do feel like you will get this.
Yeah, I think this might be something that you see on a future shit Richie bought this week segment.
I just know that you're a huge Turtles fan. We obviously love the 1990 movies. Well, maybe not Turtles in Time, but you know, the first two for sure. So I'm just like, Richie's gonna get these. Richie's getting these.
It's true.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we're into shit Richie bought this week. That was my segue.
Oh, did I talk to that whole thing?
Oh, totally. It's okay. It's normal though. So.
Fantastic. It's just like at some point it's going to be me and my voice competing with shit Richie bought this week. And I'm sorry about that, YouTube. I'm sorry. That's Richie. That's all on Richie. It's not on me, motherfuckers. That's him. So send your complaints and comments to info@speedingbulletsforloader.com or comment down below this video and tell Richie why he's so foolish.
Your mic was getting a little crackly there for a second. I think you have like poor connection at some part in your mic that causes that. So be careful on your like movement with your mic.
I mean, I did pick this mic up out of a box, and I don't know how long it was in there. So
that's fair, and it is like a mini microphone. So just saying. Anyways, we were talking about some Crimson stuff earlier, and I picked up, and I got one for Tupper too because they were like $29 on Amazon. The Crimson BAT, the Battle Android Trooper.
there you go. You got it. You got it, buddy. Yeah. I know what I think of the bats. What do you think of the bats?
I think they look really cool. I don't think I'm going to get all of them. I got this one specifically because I really like the Crimson line, and there's something that spurred my interest in the Crimson line that you'll see next week, but I'll show a quick preview later on. But once I start it, I'm like, oh, I gotta see what else is Crimson. But yeah, so the Crimson BAT or the Crimson Bat, I like the backpack that holds the other alternate hands and arms and stuff, which I will bring up right here. You have the backpack and you have the claw thingy. It's kind of, and then there's the like drill thing and the Borg hand, I call it. And he's got a pistol and a couple like chest plates as well to go over his android innards. One that's just a normal faceplate. Then there's the battle damaged faceplates. You get the battle damaged head as well, which is pretty cool, which is the one that I ended up leaving on the head for the Crimson Bat. But looks really cool. Red is one of my favorite colors, and anything in crimson just looks really sharp. So
Yeah, the bats are one of my favorite G.I. Joe thing ever. And when they released the original bat, I got it. I didn't get a crimson one, so I'm really happy to have a crimson one. But they are, I think, my favorite Cobra bad thing. So I'm very excited to get that when I arrive in Ottawa next week. And I'm also they are putting out a version of the bat in the retro line. We probably showed photos of that earlier this year.
That's the black one, right?
It's no. It comes with the effects on the guns. So it comes with like a laser effect. It comes with a fire effect, and it's just in more of that 80s style coloring. So even though I already have the updated version of the bat, and now we have a crimson bat for me, I'm going to 100% get that because again,
right? So you can have an army of them.
Yeah, I love it, and I'm really pissed that I missed out on the Arctic bat, which comes with a different head, and it comes with like a saw blade attachment, and that's the only reason I'm going to get the Iron Grenadier bat, which is out now. It's been out for a while. It's still available. I'm going to pull the trigger on that at some point because it comes with that buzz saw hand and that different head. I gotta have that. I gotta have that.
What's this?
I love the bats.
Why don't I own this?
I'm playing sound effect.
Why don't I own
What?
this?
I'm just playing sound effects. I went quiet for a second. Anyways.
I was like, I don't know what's going on, Richie. I'm gonna have to wait until I see the edit of this because I don't know.
I love this. I love that part. Anyways, before I show you my next thing, I'm only showing you half of it because the other half is Tupper's, which is right here. That is Mercer.
Yes. Review coming to a future episode.
I didn't care about Mercer, but I do love Sergeant Slaughter. He's one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters. Also, one of my favorite old school wrestlers. I did attend a wrestling show when I was a kid, and I did meet Sergeant Slaughter. So I kind of needed this one. He comes with so much shit. It was very difficult. To make sure I wasn't taking anything that was part of Mercer, but I figured everything out by process of elimination. But he's got like a saluting hand, a fist hand, another shooting hand. He comes with the like the Sergeant Major like riding crop. He's got 3 different hats. Multiple weapons. The magazines come out of these weapons. One of them, I believe, has a silencer as well. I love this accessories on this one. The extra head is awesome. The sunglasses are a little wonky to get on, but if you do it right, you can get them on there without it looking too bad. But yeah, really loving this figure.
I love one of the things. My favorite thing about Richie getting into G.I. Joes is how he's realizing that the magazines come out of the guns, which is something that I've been living with for 2 years now on all of the weapons.
So
all
cool.
of the figures, yeah, they all come with removable magazines, which is one of those things where you're like, oh, that's cool, and then if they don't do it, you're like, I will burn down Hasbro's headquarters because they need to come with removable. You don't realize how much you want that until it's not available, and it is just one of those fun little things because you can put those magazines in the hands and make it look like they're doing a reload.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. And that's just, again, that kind of stuff is perfect for the G.I. Joe line. I love that they're doing it. It's part of the line. They can't do it now. And I love that you're discovering it.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. It's one of the cool. And it was cool because one of them like came already removed. And then the other one, it was in. I didn't think it removed. And then I grabbed it. I'm like, whoa, it does come out. It's...
The only question there is, did you leave me any guns for Mercer?
Oh yeah, there's guns in there for Mercer. He's got stuff. See, look. See, he's got his stuff. Just Sergeant Slaughter came with more stuff.
They were all on his side of the package, so clearly they belong to him, and that is exactly the way it works. So, so a review of Mercer is definitely coming to a future episode. Stay tuned for that. But I knew you were going to love that Sergeant Slaughter figure. I'm not a big Sergeant Slaughter fan. I had the toy back in the 80s. It came with his little Marauder Jeep, but I was never a big fan, so I'm super happy that you were able to get this.
There is a version out there, and I've seen it at one of the EV games. I've never been a huge fan of the Marauder look for him. I like the more typical like army look for Sergeant Slaughter. So
agreed.
We don't really have a graphic for the next thing, but before.
Guess I'm gonna have to make one.
Yeah, but we're
I
like,
don't know what we're calling.
like I'm getting into GI Joe, so I'm like, you know what? Let's each put together a list of 10 Joes that we think I should get, and compare and contrast. And it's funny because I don't think there's any crossover at all.
Wow,
Not
that is funny.
there's
I was
a
I was thinking
couple
there would
that
be at
are
least 2 or
there's a
3 out of the 10.
there's a couple that are like very similar and related, but there's no crossover.
Interesting.
Yes, so I gave Tupper, and I did remember that because at first I was like, oh, I was gonna do like top 5 horror figures, and then I think I got too excited about this idea, and then I'm like, Tupper, send me those pictures, and
He hounded me. He was like, "Have you put together your list yet?" I'm like, "You told me about this last night. Give me,
I was done
give
my
me
list.
5 seconds." He was so excited about it. So I did. I took 20 minutes and I put together this list of what I thought Richie would be interested in from the GI Joe line, taking some cues from things he said, and also understanding he was also going to be picking his own. So I did kind of pick mine based on assuming that Richie was picking some for him and trying to not duplicate. So it did end up working, but I was expecting us to have some crossover, so I'm surprised there was none.
And the thing that got me into the Crimson line, which I haven't opened yet, that I picked up yesterday, is the Crimson Strikes Force 3 set of the Baroness, and then the twin brothers,
Max and Zaymont.
So Max and Zaymot. This one, my GameStop pulled from a GameStop in Brockville. They actually had 2 of them there, but they pulled over. This looks super cool because it looks like a briefcase. Super excited to open it, and you guys will see all
Richie,
this stuff next week.
The accessories that come in that set are going to blow your fucking dick off. There's so many accessories, and the Baroness accessories are great, and I'm pissed because I have a Baroness figure, and she does come with some cool stuff with her bike, but you get more cool stuff in that set than I got in mine, and I'm jealous.
So, starting off, I figured the first thing is I do need a classic Cobra Commander.
It's true.
I would love to get like the Once a Man Cobra Commander, but that's going to be tough to find and super expensive when I do find it. But you can't go wrong with a classic Cobra Commander.
This is also a figure that was released last year to the retro line. It is one of my favorite GI Joe figures ever. They nailed this. This was originally, the model of this came with the Rattler as one of the additional features, and this one is better because the Rattler one came with like the Mickey Mouse ear Cobra logo, and it came with just a flat gray mask. This has got that cool shine on the mask, that reflective element. It's just great. Great accessories.
Ooh, even better to know.
This is a fucking wonderful toy, Richie, and it is available on Amazon right now. You can get it immediately. It is one of the best GI Joe classified figures. I love this figure, so yes, you should have it.
Next up, Tupper's first pick.
I went with Bazooka, and he's a big boy. He's chonky. He's also got a giant missile launcher, and I just thought this would be a cool figure for Richie to have because he's a big old chonky boy and he's blowing shit up, and I figured that would be something that would fit well in the line. And I just love it's kind of a quirky figure, you know. He's got a t-shirt on, he's got a pretty good face, the helmet fits over him really nice. It's the rocket launcher, and there's a figure that. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just got distracted. If I wanted to, I could have that Cobra Commander by 7 a.m. tomorrow.
There you go. There you go. I will say Bazooka. I picked Bazooka because of another addition too that's coming later in my list. Okay. So when we get to that, I will mention why specifically I included Bazooka, because he's cool, but there is also another reason why I included him.
Next up, my first pick, and another Crimson item. We've got the Crimson Guard, which I think looks really cool. I'm not sure which one is better, this one or the retro line. From the pictures I saw, I think this one is better, but maybe Tupper can tell me otherwise.
The retro one is a little more red. This is a little bit of a darker red. The backpack on the retro one is red. The backpack here is black. This is the one that I have, and I like both figures. You can't go wrong with both. There's little cosmetic differences between both. This is, I'd say, more in my aesthetic, which is there's more black included. The other one, there's more red included.
I think the black backpack
really
would look better because I think the red one would kind of blur into it too much. So
I like the Crimson Guard figure because it is a perfect like re-up from the 80s toy. So it's just, this is a really well done, well designed figure. It has lots of accessories. They go really well together. It's just nice. Just be careful because the leg on one of mine is pretty much permanently stuck. I can't bend it.
Oh, no.
So I'd have to heat it up in order to figure it out. And I don't like doing that unless both legs are fucked up. So it still works. It's still a great toy, but you might have some leg maneuvering you have to do when you get with this one. If you can find it, it's pretty, these were very popular. Both this and the retro one I don't think are available at regular prices anymore. So if you can find it at a good price, and that is under $50, get it, because that's probably as good as you're going to get as far as that guy goes.
Hold on a second. Yes, next up, Tupper's pick is Big Boa, because I think he wants me to have more figures with dumbbells.
Look, it's a punching Cobra villain. What's not to love? Like he's great. I love this figure. He's got that great Rocky Balboa look on his face, but you're not going to put him with that head on. You're going to put the mask on him and put him on your shelf. He's just very imposing, and I love the boxing gloves, and I think you'll love the boxing gloves too, because it's an action figure that punches other toys.
It's true.
What is not to love about that? And also it fits your red aesthetic because he's got a bunch of red in his body. So,
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Speaking of, Crimson Viper is another one that is on my list. This one's harder to find, is it, Tupper? Or
I don't know. Maybe. I have no. So here's my issue with the Viper line is they put the Vipers out for a bunch of shit, and I never really loved the old Viper version because of the vest. It really kind of inhibits the posability on that toy. And also the Viper I got had loose legs. He still stands. He's still fine. Just didn't look that great. If they do a Crimson Viper in the new Viper for the retro line, 100%. That's awesome. That I would get that. This one I'm a little less jazzed about, but you should still get it because of the Crimson line and having all the Crimson characters. So yeah, this is definitely for Yo Must Get. I don't know how hard it is to find though. Presumably a little bit because this was like
pretty popular
3 years ago.
Okay.
3 years. It's not that it was popular. It's just like 3 years ago, and they probably didn't produce a lot of them. So you might find this though at conventions from a retailer. They might have some of those kicking around, and they might have them at a pretty good price. But you're still probably going to be paying $45 to $50 for it.
So. I think this is the last Crimson one that we have on the that has Crimson in the name anyway, but the Crimson Alley Viper that Tupper picked.
Mm-hmm. That's right, for obvious reasons. And again, the Alley Viper is not my favorite. I'm really looking forward to perhaps a retro line for the Alley Viper, with a little bit of some cosmetic changes, and again, more using the modern vests that do have the articulation much more solidly produced through the torso. But again, accessories on point. That shield is dope as hell. And if you can find this, and I think, again, same with the Crimson Viper, they're going to be a little harder to come by. If you can find it, snap it up. You're not going to be disappointed, especially because it does have that red coloring in it, which I know you love.
Yep. My next one from the retro line is Gotta Have a Destro. He's one of my favorite G.I. Joe villains. It's kind of a no-brainer. I looked at the ones that were available. I was using Action Figure 411 to go through the Joes to figure out what I wanted to put on my list, and I was looking at all the Destros, including the pimp-looking one. But
Yeah, Prophet Destro, Prophet
Yeah.
keep let's see, Prophet something Destro.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I don't have that one because I have no interest, but he's great. This is great too. This was in the one of the first things in the retro line that was released. This was also the first villain that was released in the GI Joe classified line, which I have. He sits on my shelf. I'm looking at him right now. Hey Destro, you're awesome.
Is his head shiny?
His head is reasonably shiny.
Nice.
It's not as shiny as Cobra Commander's mask from the new one we were talking about earlier, but it is very shiny. It's a great figure. I'm very interested to see. They should be releasing the Iron Grenadier version of Destro next year. I think a lot of people, including myself, are going to be all over that shit. I want that cape. It's a super well-designed toy. So, yeah, if you can get this, that's the thing, though. Destro is a popular character, so it might be hard to come by.
Yeah.
But keep your eyes open, whether it's retro or original. If it's original, you're fucked. That's like $100, Richie.
Yeah.
But if you can get in the retro line, you're probably able to get one for like $50, and you should.
Yeah.
He's worth it.
Tupper's next one, I gotta say, I kind of want just for the accessories, because you can put the gun in the rifle case, it looks like.
That's correct. Low Light is the character, and I included this because he's one of Word Burglar's favorite toys, figures from the G.I. Joe line. So, of course, Richie should have one of Word Burglar's favorites as well. I don't have this one. I did want to get it, but it was way more popular than they anticipated, and it sold out. So it is only available through third-party resellers. It is not cheap. Like, again, it's about $80 to $100 minimum. I would love to have it. I'd love to see this in the retro line. I would get it in the retro line for sure. It's a G.I. Joe sniper. He's all gray. He's awesome. Like, Richie should have this, but maybe let's wait until they put it in the retro line, because this is expensive right now.
My next one. Now, I know the Joe heroes are kind of generic looking still, but I do love Duke. He is one of my favorite Joe heroes. Like we've said before, the villains generally look better, but I like Duke, so...
And Richie picked this one up for me last year. I think it was last year. Yeah. And I love it. This is a great Duke figure. This is the quintessential Duke figure, and you should still be able to get it at a pretty reasonable price. And he comes with a shit ton of accessories, and they're all great. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Next one is a figure I know Tupper has, because I think I was there when he bought it.
You were?
Yeah.
Quick Kick. The reason I'm including Quick Kick is because it is one of again, kind of Bruce Lee elements in the toy, so that would be nice for your figure collection. It's also lots of accessories. Again, multiple different types of hands, nunchucks, swords, a backpack, a chocolate bar. This is an undercard release. This is, I think, one of the best G.I. Joe, not villains, so just G.I. Joe figures they've ever done. He's perfect. He is a wonderful toy. You can get some awesome poses out of him, and he just looks cool. He's a great karate ninja style figure, and I think he would fit in with your collection really well, because he's also, like, he's a G.I. Joe character, but I think he also fits in just as a generic, like, karate guy.
Yeah.
So I think it works for under both elements, but he's great. Quick Kick. Love this guy.
Yeah,
love him. Super happy.
He was one of my more preferred Joes when I watched the show. He was a good character. The next one I have two options for it, because the older one I don't think I'm going to be able to get, and there's a newer one that's kind of not the same thing, but kind of sort of the same thing. I like the Range Viper, which is on the left, but I don't know if I'll be able to find that. But as a consolation, I think I might get the Grim Viper, because I kind of like the skull figures. They're kind of my thing, one of my things. So.
Oh, you and me both. I'm still pissed that the Range Viper, which I think was a Walmart exclusive, never made it up to Canada. I think that maybe it was available on Walmart's website, but I'm not certain. But it was not in stores. You could not find it anywhere, and I think we're all a little disappointed. We are praying it comes to the retro line because it was such a small release. And I'm not the only person that feels this way, by the way. A lot of people do. This is great. I want the Range Viper so bad. So please, Hasbro, put it out in the retro line. I don't care if it's the fucking exact same. Just put it out in the line. We need it. And the Grim Viper is the next level up. And much like Richie, I want this too. This is worth getting. It's a Cobra character with a skull face.
Yeah.
Put it in my hands right now.
Yeah, exactly. The next one is probably going to be my next Joe purchase. Tupper and I have already talked about this one extensively. The only reason I didn't put it on my list is because I was probably going to be buying it very soon.
Raptor, yes. The figure itself is very average. He's fine. The reason you're getting this is the wings. The wings are, in my opinion, the best wings that have ever been put out across any line of figures ever, and that includes Vulture from the Hasbro lines. This is great. You're not going to be disappointed. Get it. It's on. I think it's on sale in the States right now, and I was like, "Oh, Richie, you should check Amazon," and then Amazon does not have it on sale.
I think Amazon has it for $45 right now though. So
get it. It is well worth your time. The wings are 10 out of 10 worth the price alone. This is great. Again, he's not the perfect figure, but the wings are awesome, and he does look really awesome in the wings. So yeah, must get it. Do it.
I'm ordering it.
Order it.
Now.
Yeah.
As we speak, I am placing order.
Yeah, you're not going to be disappointed. Also, like, he comes with the claws. The claws are really great. Again, just the thing to be, I didn't do a review of this because I got it before we started doing the show. The only thing that's disappointing about the Raptor is that the helmet that he has, which is very accurate to the original toy from the 80s, does not have much head movement up and down. So you can't really do poses where he's flying and like angled in his head. Even when you take the helmet off, there's very limited range movement for his head. It's the only downside to the toy. Who cares? You want it for the wings. You can get some dope-ass poses out of those wings. So do
it's
it.
arriving tomorrow morning between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m.
There you go.
There you have it,
There you
folks.
go.
Our first ever live purchase on the show.
I mean, live for us. We're recording this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. One of my favorite Lady Joes, and that is not Lady J, it is Scarlet. And the retro line one has looks like a shit ton of accessories that all look awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I've always loved her crossbow. I also do love characters with a bow or crossbow because of my love for Green Arrow. So those I love that Storm Shadow comes with bows, both versions that I got. So
you'll also really like this one because not only do the different arrows fit into her bowcaster, but all of these separate arrows fit into the arrow pouch on her side.
God.
So
That
everything,
is so cool.
It all fits on her. She does come with some big ass guns that don't really make sense because they're too big for her tiny hands. She can still hold them. She just looks so tiny with the giant guns. But it's never a bad thing to have extra gun accessories.
That being said,
And
I had to buy a few more of those dollar store bins for the accessories yesterday because of
yeah. I'm not surprised, Richie. I'm not surprised. You're going to be picking one of those up every 6 months. But Scarlet here is great, and you're going to also like her ponytail because she comes with 2 different ponytails. They both swap in and out.
Ponytails I learned from She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Yeah. So this is a win figure all the way. It's just really nice that they ended up doing it. So good job on the retro design for that. And yes, pick it up, get it. You need it.
Next up from Tupper, suggestion for me, Roadblock.
Look, this guy is awesome. Doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but his face sculpt is on point. He is another big, chunky guy, and he comes with a giant Gatling gun. What's not to love?
Yeah. I don't think
It's very, very simple. And he's also a classic Joe. He's one of the top, like the original 3 or 5 GI Joes that everyone should have. So yeah, you should get this guy. Yeah. End of story. He's great.
My next pick is also a classic Joe. At least I consider it a classic Joe. But Shipwreck. I've always loved Shipwreck. He's that lovable asshole that you kind of keep around. So I'm gonna need to get me a Shipwreck.
Shipwreck is another one of the unsung heroes of the G.I. Joe classified line. This is absolutely one of my favorites. He, again, great head sculpt. He comes with additional head stuff. The parrot fits on his shoulder and his arm.
That's cool.
The guns he comes with are great. Shipwreck, I think, is, again, a top tier figure. This is absolutely worth your time. He is way better than you think he's going to be, and that is saying something. So you're going to be very happy if you get your hands on him, and he should be still available at a reasonable price.
Nice. Next one, Tupper pulling on my love for articulated animals.
Oh, yeah, Road Pig. I did not end up getting Road Pig, even though he was one of my favorites in the Dreadnought line from the 80s series, because his head sculpts are not consistent with what I think the head sculpts of that character should look like. And all it takes is a very simple, small thing to make me not interested. And I don't like either one of the head sculpts here, but that's just my personal preference. This guy comes with a shit ton of accessories. He's great, and he comes with a dog. And I know how big of a fan you are of the articulated animals, so you should get this one. And he fits your aesthetic in so many ways. But yeah, Road Pig is definitely something for you.
Yeah. Now, the next one I'm putting up for me is one, I love this Joe. I don't know why. Maybe it was just the look of him in the blue. I remember having this Joe. I put up 2 different versions of it because I don't know which one I'm going to end up getting, but that's Shockwave. The motorcycle looks really cool, and it's not that big of a vehicle, and I do have other motorcycle characters that he would kind of fit in with. I do like the look of the solo figure itself better, but there's a lot of accessories with the one with the motorcycle. Plus, I do like that extra head with the red, the red helmet band on the visor. So I don't know which one, but
yeah, I'm thinking. Shockwave is cool. He was never one of my favorites, but I think either way you're set. I do love the idea of you having a motorbike though, and that would definitely fit all of the G.I. Joe figures. So maybe motorbike. Yeah, yeah, and then you would have multiple Gatling guns.
That's true.
Giant guns to put on characters. So yeah, whichever one you go with, I think you're going to be happy with. But I would probably lean towards the bike.
Yeah.
If I were you.
All right, we'll see. We shall see. It's
probably easier to find too. I think that old Shockwave figure is again not easily accessible. The more expensive figures tend to be a little easier to track down because they tend to they make the same amount as they make in the smaller quantities, but they're a higher price point, so they don't tend to sell as well. So they're easier to track up on the secondary markets and stuff. So you'll probably find the bike easier.
Yeah. Scrap Iron is the next one. I gotta say, I'm loving the effects that are in this one.
Okay, Scrap Iron is an objectively amazing figure. Some people would say it was the best figure from 2023. I would put it in my top 3 for that year, for sure. He is great. You're getting this one for the drone, missile firing drone. Again, I'm looking at it right on my shelf right now. It's just great. This is top tier stuff. But I wanted to mention, because he comes with those blast effects where you can actually have the missiles firing from the drone, those missile blast effects also plug into the bazooka launcher that Bazooka comes with. So you can actually make it look like Bazooka is also firing his rockets. Everything plugs in, it all connects, and it looks awesome. So get this and get Bazooka, and basically you have blast effects for both this toy and Bazooka at the same time, and that is synergy, folks.
That is cool. Next one is another one of my favorite Joes, and there's two versions. I'm kind of torn on which one to get. Maybe Tupper will tell me which one is more available, but Tunnel Rat. On the left is the normal, and then the Night Force Tunnel Rat is on the right.
Well, Richie, here's what you need to know. The one on the left is definitely not available at any price under $130.
Good to know.
100% certain. So I think the Night Force one is easier to get and is going to be more cost effective. If you find them at a price that's good, get me one too, because I was going to get Tunnel Rat. I think this was 2022, 2023. I've always liked Tunnel Rat, and he was sold out by the time it was available for me to be able to pick it up. So this was a very, very popular Joe. They'll probably do a retro version, I'm assuming, because of his popularity. But the Night Force one is still available. So do some checking, check your prices, check online. But yeah, it's still going to be a bit of a pricier one. But yeah, love this one. Wish I had it. Get it if you can.
Next one, another articulated animal. There's two of these. Tupper's teasing me with because he included 11 figures, not 10, because he can't count. But I guess since I included multiple pictures in some, it kind of is okay. But this is Snake Eyes and Timberwolf.
I included the two because this was the first release, and the next one is a little bit of a later on release. They're both Timber. Either way, you're going to be happy, but I figured you should have a Snake Eyes and Timber set. This one is a little more articulated than the Commando version. It comes with a bunch of the same weapons, but this is more of the ninja style, more of like an Arctic ninja sort of style.
This is the one that I'm leaning more towards as opposed to the other one. I like the
Commando set. The Commando set is great.
I think the White Wolf looks better than the other one, and I think on the other one you're getting more accessories as well.
Yes, you do get more accessories on the more updated version.
When I was looking at it on my phone, I think it looked really shiny, the mask as well, and I like shiny things, so.
Yeah, either way, you're going to be set. You need a Snake Eyes toy, and this will fit the bill. And you should have Timber, because Timber is a classic G.I. Joe character, and the articulation on that wolf is top notch, through the roof, amazing, and it's the same as it would have been on the one that I have. So either way, you're set. But I agree with you. If you can get the more modern version with the more articulation on Snake Eyes with the more accessories, get that one. That is definitely more your style. Yes. But either or you're going to be happy with.
So we already know that I have one of those Joes from that list coming my way because we already ordered it.
Happened.
It just happened.
We did it on the show. It happened, right?
We will
10 minutes ago.
see in the future what I shall pick up G.I. Joe wise. The only other thing that I haven't previewed that we'll be showing next week that I just recently picked up is this Uncanny X-Men Storm. Very cool that it is actually a cloth cape, which you never see on Marvel Legend figures.
Very interesting.
It looks really good. The cloth cape looks really good in package, so I think as well once it's out, it'll probably look really cool as well.
They are starting to do more soft good stuff over at Hasbro, I noticed, because there is a G.I. Joe figure coming out, or is out now. The Desert Viper comes with a cloth cape as well. So I will get that because it's a cool figure with a giant scorpion, so I have to have that. I mean, but yeah, when that comes out, we'll talk about that and about the difference for cloth capes from Hasbro versus Mcfarlane. But yeah, it's welcome to the soft goods era for Hasbro. Good job, guys. Good job, buddies.
And there you have it, folks. That's another Speeding Bullets repackage. Don't forget to follow all of our content. SpeedingBulletsReloaded.com is where you'll find our audio podcast for Speeding Bullets Reloaded. And this is Speeding Bullets Repackaged. You already know how to find it if you're watching it, but share it with your friends. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell.
Yeah, comment down below on what your G.I. Joe figures would be. Which ones do you think Richie should be picking up if there's differences between what we picked? Because we'd love to know what your choices are. Or just tell us that we're nerdy weirdos.
Yeah, either way.
I don't care. Any comment is good.
Yeah,
We'll take any comments you got. We just don't have to reply to them. Yeah, it's true. Next week, I have a review of something. I just don't know what.
Yes,
There's two things.
And I'm
One
going to
of them.
have my top 5 favorite horror figures in spirit of Halloween and scary movies.
Halloween. There you go. So same toy time, same YouTube channel.
That's
See you in a
right.
week, folks.
Bye.
1984, I know it's
We're taking
hard
it
to
for the
remember all
children.
1980 members. That's why you have to go and collect them all. Tell your parents they can buy them at the mall. Now! When's that new series of 1984s coming out? Right now! Go! Go! Go!
Excellent.
Thunderheads, imbeciles! Why are great men always surrounded by lesser beings?